Alright, welcome back. It is time for Operation Flying Prophet, and we assembled some of our finest gentlemen. This is going to be a nice little retaliation mission. We have upgraded all of the weapons. They have highly modified weapons. We are running with Roby and Sirkim to lead this. Noxus here is going to join them. His buddy Hammer is going to join Noxus, and Mox and Whiskey, who are also a squad, are rounding up the mix. As you can see, we prepared with blue screen rounds for the Codices and the Spectres, plus the Andromedon. We do have a nice little gas grenade here for the biological creatures, and I wanted to try out the hazmat vests, mainly because I want to move through the gas and other environmental effects. Let's see how that works out.
Sky Ranger deployed.
Squad green to deploy.
Good. Time for Operation Flying Prophet. Let's go. It is a Haven resistance mission, so I think that is one of the new mission types, where we do have resistant forces on our side. And yeah, it looks like that. I mean, save all resistance forces and defeat all enemies. I'm sorry, guys. That might be one of the new missions. With the exception of the chrysalids, there is not much that I fear.
One of those chosen is leading an assault on the resistance encampment in this area.
It seems to be rather one of the normal missions, so let's take a look here.
There's a group of resistance soldiers hunkered down not far from
We got
your
this
position.
huge building
Move and help
in
fend
front of
off
us.
the attacking alien forces.
Oh no, there we go. We have resistance forces right there, and we need to save as many of them as we possibly can. Just as a reminder, in case you see any latency, I'm going to revisit the video like literally right after this mission. I hope that everything is going to look fine. If the latency is just unbearable, then I'm going to stop it for today. Like I said, it's not my computer, it is a guest computer. Good, we're going to use our grappling hook aggressively. I want to see if we can trigger something. Well, let's put it that way. Our aggressive triggering strategy has worked phenomenally well. So, I want to see this target preview that I enabled. Oh, down there, I can see. Okay, so basically gives you an indication about what exactly you would see. Okay, fair enough. It's not that bad. Probably going to do a similar grappling strategy from here. We have only one pack, so that shouldn't be much of an issue. And we got enough additional skills and cooldowns to blow. So I'm pretty confident that we can take them out.
Gone.
I am still unsure whether or not we should use Roby and blow his cover. We might want to save that for now. I am thinking about instead maybe using all of our other abilities first. But no, they are too far away, so we can give additional abilities over there, and with teamwork take additional abilities there. So effectively, let's start with these guys here and with their abilities. Oh, the lightning hands effectively would almost kill the Codice. That's not bad. Given that we also have a face-off afterwards, that's not bad at all. I am thinking about the rapid fire thing. If we could take rapid fire from here, that's 2 shots with our sniper rifle, which would probably be superior. Although, I think the sniper rifle is not adding all too much damage, because the sniper rifle is not upgraded yet. Let's get rid of the armor, maybe. Yeah, too far away. Okay. Good. Let's do one thing after the other. We're just going to move and hand over our teamwork abilities.
The enemy should fear us.
No problem, boss. No retreat.
So both of them do have 2 action units now, which is fine. With the rapid fire thing, we would probably not kill this guy because he has way too much armor.
I'm on the move.
Which leads to the idea of using a mimic beacon just to avoid him using his acid splash attack, and we'll keep Roby in a secure position. We'll wait with him for now. Let's start. The 4 armor are really nasty. That's unfortunately one of the things that's going to hinder us. I don't want to use too many of my abilities with the Andromedon still having full armor, so we're just going to snipe this thing here. Well,
Okay, so I got one.
the executed one would have helped us with the Andromedon as well. Anyways, we have 2 shots. I am not expecting anything phenomenal.
Their armor stands. I have failed.
As expected, nothing phenomenal. We're going to use the first Mimic Beacon, mainly because I don't want any injuries. We'll do that flawless. You might ask yourself, well, Saiken, why have you pushed that aggressively if you don't want any injuries? The sole reason is, on all of the Terra missions, if you're not pushing aggressively, you will end up with a lot of losses per se. And that's a spiral which you're usually not going to win. Oh, I am surprised. So he is prioritizing civilians over mimic beacons. That is definitely a different behavior than they would have had before. And it also would have changed my my plans quite significantly. Anyways, let's continue. I think we're going to stay here. It's both of it would be half cover. This here would be full cover actually, so that wouldn't be too bad. I am thinking though that we might want to move more aggressively.
I'm going.
Well, well, well.
Position compromised.
So much for Roby's so much for Roby's stealth, and so much for moving a little bit more aggressively. Well, here's the thing. We need to shred his armor, regardless. But we also need to take care about these guys. So if we were effectively to move here, that would be probably too much of a push. I don't want to risk effectively blowing everything up. I mean, we could go we could go and grenade this part, getting rid of his armor, getting rid of his cover, effectively letting him stand in the open. Both of them could be easily killed. I could, afterwards, kill the mutant back here with the sniper. I think we even see him directly, so with rapid fire, yeah, that's no problem at all. We could definitely kill him. Question is, what are we going to do with Mr. Andromedon? He begins to become quite an annoying factor. Yeah, let's probably follow that logic. It's the safest play. So let's get rid of most of that, even though our heavy is now standing in open field. We have a couple of frame drops here, by the way, which I'm sorry, guys, but that's the computer. So let's move over, kill the mutant. We don't need a mimic beacon for this. I'm pretty sure we will be able to kill all of them.
You know that was good.
That's the mutant down. Let's keep Roby for now.
Good copy. Moving on target.
Zircon is doing a very nice little push here. Critical 11. Well, that is wonderful. Good job, mate. Good. Spectre down. That's the good news. We unfortunately are still in a pretty exposed position here, but since the Andromedon really is focusing the civilians, I do not even care, to be honest. Nice. Nice little hit. Let me think what the most efficient tactic would be. We definitely could go with pistols only. That's one way. Or we'll just snipe him, which is probably the more intelligent way. From an expected value, one shot with 82% to hit is as good as two shots with 62% to hit, so 67% on a rapid shot is better, which means we're going to rapid shot him. Specifically if he could survive it.
I'll get him next time.
Alright, Mutant almost down. I mean, we could go for a Whiplash. I really don't want to do that yet because it's another cooldown. We still have Roby. Yeah, the Mutant of course survives with 1 hit point. Since Roby has... Does he have a stock? Let's make sure he has one, yeah. Roby has a stock, so the Mutant is going to die anyways. And we're not going to take that movement action, so... As predicted, we have killed them. We have still a couple of cooldowns left over, so no problem there. And Ronodon still waits there. Oh, you just lost your... No, I thought he lost his cover, but he didn't. Apparently everyone here is a schmuck when it comes to hitting enemies.
Seems doable.
Let's try to get rid of his armor, shall we? What's the best hit that we could get? Let's hope we hit, because that will solve many issues. Well, of course.
Still moving.
We couldn't get a flank. That's a little bit an issue.
Okay, I'll go.
I mean, we couldn't get a flank with our heavy weapons guy. Let's move first, in case we're triggering any additional enemies. Hope we won't, but it's not out of the ordinary to trigger some more enemies.
Double time. Ready to go.
Common protocol in this case wouldn't really work. Effectively, we do not have any other person that could shredder other than our heavy weapons guy. So let's continue with Roby in the hopes of dealing a nice little crit.
Armor still holding.
No, that wasn't bad. The armor really is holding us back here a little bit.
Went off the armor. Their armor still holds.
Wow, did we really just... Yep. We completely removed our own cover. Apparently, Mox still has cover for whatever reason, but elsewise we removed our cover. Great. Good job. See? That should be a lesson for our heavy. His incompetence to hit the Andromedon was costing the life of our of that one civilian.
There's a large group of civilians pinned down within range of your position. Sensors indicate hostile forces are closing in fast.
Okay.
We need to get in there before the
Now finally we're going to aggressively push up, and this Andromedon is definitely going to die.
The resistance team is in the clear. They're moving to help the other survivors.
Yeah, the shredding part was a little bit late. but but still, fair enough. I don't know. I mean, let's before we go on, let's have a proper estimation. If we would haywire him, we would have another scout and another buddy that could help us. His hack is decreased. I mean, yeah, why not? Oh wow, that was a great hack. The reason why I am hacking him is I want to make sure that we have something to scout for the chrysalids. Since we don't have a scanning protocol, having him effectively would help us. Good. So, Roby, let's regain concealment. Thank you. Move on.
Roger that.
And move on. Alright. Good enough for me.
Already there. I go as ordered. Got it covered.
So far we have only lost 2 civilians. Keep in mind the civilians could be faceless ones as well. Oh, and there's a berserker. Nice. Wow, I think the berserker is not even going to survive. Look at these remorseless resistance defenders. Well, don't shoot at me. No. Wow. They continue to shoot at the at the codices. This is going to look bad.
Get it together. Position is compromised.
That's such a strange situation. Let's start with killing the codices. Wow.
That is not good.
Of course, right? Yep.
Heading out.
Unnecessary waste of time, part 1.
I'm running low on ammo. Moving.
Do we have a stock in here? Yeah. So that's going to kill the codice regardless. Of course, he hits the 39% shot when it doesn't matter, but we missed 2 60% shots before. XCOM logic. Let's see if we can identify some of the chrysalids. Nice. I forgot about the cover removing function, Might want to use that, to be honest,
It's
in
killing
order to
time.
remove some of the cover.
Back in. Affirmative. Covering now. I'm going. I'm on it.
Good, there are the chrysalids. Definitely need to make sure that we kill them first. Let me guess. Yep, he takes shot. Of course. I mean, props to you, bro. You have hit the codex once again. That's great and all, but please make sure that you kill one before hitting the next one. They are not bad. I mean... They are not bad at all. Maybe that would even be enough to kill all of them by themselves. Let's take a look. The Berserk is still far enough away, so if we move over here, we will be fine.
Let's rock.
Good, that should attract a couple of the enemies. Oh, nice, we got the chrysalids. Perfect. Sirkin definitely needs to move further up because he's way too far behind. And we need to get out of this death zone. So
Rock and roll.
reload. We can't grapple anywhere close, so we're just going to go for this van here. These guys anyways need to move in order to do anything. I'm more worried about the 3 chrysalids that just appeared around our suit.
I will move.
So let's move everyone up. And since we seem to be not a target anyways, I'm just wondering how aggressive we might want to go with Roby. I mean, technically speaking, we could move him up here. We know that we have already triggered that pack. That's the end of the map, by the way. There is no further pack. There's one pack over here, one pack over here, one pack over here. So that's all there is. So might as well just run and gun.
Fire position. Run it.
And see that we can get a nice little high position up here. Don't want to use the the throwing, but yet.
I'm busted.
What? I thought they were going for the civilians, otherwise I wouldn't have taken that position. There goes the flawless mission. For fuck's sake. Wow, we definitely wanted to have a flawless one. And the resistance defenders are ruthless. I mean, look at them. They are hard-boiled, tough as nails. The one guy just jumped into, literally just jumped into the acid without even thinking twice. Well, it's not bad. Let's start with healing this guy, because if he dies, we do have an issue. Good, so first things first, we want to kill these chrysalids here. And if possible, the Berserk plus the Faceless one. The Faceless one is not so much of my concern, probably really more the chrysalids. We're going to move Whiskey last, because he's the only one technically in range to be hit by the chrysalids. And let's start with the 100% shots, because why not?
Armor still holding.
We could go for another, for a nice little 11 points of damage. Alternatively, I know that the chrysalids are immune to it, so the poison is not the best idea. I was just thinking about hitting multiples, which we can't do, so might as well just finish the guys that are next to us. Of course, he dodged.
Right on the margins.
Let's take a single shot, since we do have a stop. We're going to kill him anyways. That was good, Mox. Well done. We would need to reload, but we still got the justice cooldown, which we might going to use. We have one more Mimic Beacon, and I am more and more sure that we're going to use it, most likely.
A searing attack.
Now that we missed the Whiplash, it's very likely that we're going to use it. Yep, we can't use Justice, so let's just reload. We repositioned, that's fine. Chrysalids can still dodge, so although we could normally kill this thing, I want to be sure that we have a high percentage chance to kill it. So we're going to use our throwing axe. Yep, there's the dodge, by the way. And let's see if we can kill it. Get this 2 down.
It has to be dead.
I think his position is alright. Good, last but not least, technically we're in range to be squatted by these guys and the faceless one, which I don't want to do, so let's move back,
Whatever you say.
play it safe. Do the little mimic beacon thing. And there we go. Now it's time for the resistance, guys. I must admit they deal quite a significant amount of damage. I mean, look at that, 6 per hit. And I don't know what's wrong, but they seem to hit every single time. Jinxed it, of course. Wow.
no medical.
Good. One big advantage of them staying right there is we got them all together. Wonderful shred. Let's just kill them.
Is it clear?
In order to deal enough damage, that's the reason, by the way, why I love to have face-off and a pistol-skilled sniper. With upgraded pistols, even if they dodge, you deal a significant amount of damage. That was just awesome. Good job.
Kill confirmed.
Good.
Well, how about that?
And now we have dealt with the chrysalids.
I got it, right? I'm trusting some ammo over here.
I think we're almost through. They will kill him, most likely. Yep. And, well, we only got an excellent rating. Because that fucking chrysalid was sneaking up upon us.
Over. Maybe you can start your modeling career.
Too bad, guys. If I would play that mission again, I would probably still advance relatively fast, knowing that everything other than the chrysalids is anyways prioritizing the civilians. I wouldn't have used the teamwork in the very first moment. I would have just like hit the Andromedon a little bit. Yeah, and of course I would have moved away from the chrysalids.
Certainly impressed, Commander.
I usually keep notes in a little notepad from every mission that I'm taking. That's the only way that you can improve. And this mission, that was exactly the learning out of this mission. Good, look at that. We have Mox as a captain. Comet Presence grants an extra action to a squad mate. That is pretty much very similar to the teamwork. I like it, because I like teamwork a lot. Free Ripjack attack on any enemy that enters or attacks from melee range. What's the Retribution looks nice as well. A powerful form of Overwatch, instead of firing automatically, perform any single action. Which means you could technically also throw a grenade, right? That's not bad. Yeah, and Saturation Fire is the standard, let's say, XCOM or AWC skill. Well, all of them look great. I like this interrupt thing, but we're not overwatching that often. Plus, he doesn't really carry grenades. Although we have given him the grenades, we should give him a couple more grenades, because grenades do not end his turn. I think I'm going with Combat Presence because it is so versatile. It could even mean that you can move someone who is exposed back. So that's not bad at
You
all.
and your crew have dealt another serious blow to the aliens' efforts today, Commander. Impressive work.
Let's empty up and make sure that our healing rate is increased. Do we have any negative traits? Yes. So please, let's get rid of that. A soldier so far down in the campaign would mean it's one of the highest ranks or almost highest ranks. So it is either a major or a captain. Very, very tasty. I think we're going to take up that opportunity to get an additional soldier. High-ranking soldiers are hard to come by, and yeah. Let's take a very short look at our soldiers. We need to get rid of the tired. So
We should
in
talk to that
a couple of
black
days,
market. Maybe she can help us
8
out
to be
restocking the
honest,
bar.
when Edgar Allan Poe is back, we might want to invade the chosen facility.
Wherever you go, I will be waiting to strike again.
Oh, Mr. Warlock was trying to sabotage us. No, sir, no, not today.
That's right. I strike without warning. Think of it as mercy. Most of them don't even have time to notice.
Gosh,
they're
I hate
dead.
being ill. That's our first experimental armor ammunition. Venom rounds, wonderful, because probably the best rounds for multiple reasons. Number one, Venom rounds are wonderful against alien rulers because they tick every single turn. Number two, they apply the debuff to aiming if you hit, and even if you only graze the target with a dodging hit, you still apply the penalty. Number three, every single tick of Venom can trigger the executioner's module. So if you have a module for execution with 15% chance, that effectively pretty much seals the deal.
Located.
So we got 15 Elerium crystals. That's exactly what we were after, because now we can use the Elerium crystals to upgrade the snipers once we have researched it. Next up is going to be our soldier. Like I told you, high-level soldiers are hard to come by, so might as well use the option. Oh,
Some
nice
casualties
one.
during that
Look at
last
that.
covert action, Commander. But our troops
So we got
recover
aim
after some well-earned
increased by
rest.
3. That's great. XP on bows. Nice little reduction of the avatar progress by 2. And we got even more covered actions. Well, well, well. Reduce avatar progress by 2. Who would have thought? Might as well use the same. Soldiers award mobility +1 is great. We're going to use the Templar for that, because as a melee unit, he needs mobility. And I actually want to see if the Templar is any good in the later game. We make sure that no one's getting captured. And yeah. These missions, by the way, are almost cheating. I mean, we're reducing the avatar progress.
We will begin the covert action immediately, Commander.
Well, never mind. I guess the game just wanted to give us a little bit of a challenge.
Taking out that facility would deal a serious blow to their efforts.
Let's take a short look. We wanted to wait 8 days. I just want to make sure that we are ready as soon as possible. 4 more days until Edgar Alien Poe is ready. As soon as he's ready, we can kick it off, because we have Roby, we have Zirkim, we have Renvim here, we have our Reaper. So that's the core team, the #1 team. The A team. 4 more days.
The results of our breakthrough were quite fascinating.
That's great. +1 damage output and a Berserker autopsy instantly. Great.
This fearsome
I think the Berserkers, yeah, had the Overdrive Serum. I was never a big fan of the Overdrive Serum. Couldn't make it work. Overdrive Serum increases mobility, significant damage reduction for multiple turns. Yeah. Not my type of item. Let's try to go for psionics, because actually I want to build psionic units as well. And we haven't even started. It is already mid-game and Psychic hasn't started the research. Very, very sloppy. Look at that. We have either a pretty easy mission here, but if it says look at that, it says very difficult, okay, and only 13. So you can almost 100% assume that the chosen one is going to intervene. Almost 100%. We do have another option here for an engineer. I like engineers. We have one for a scientist here, and it also includes hacking. Hacking has a chance for enemy protocol, and enemy protocol on the other end has a chance to increase our hack permanently by 15, which is wonderful, so we're going to do that. The only question that I am asking myself is, I don't want to use the Prime team, because if we use the Prime team, we have another excuse for not going on to the main mission. So let's go in with the B team, although it's a very difficult mission, and let's rush through Operation Death Storm. So see you in a second, guys, in the next video.